Evening. This is a video about VA healthcare. This is me, Steve. I was a machine gunner in the Vietnam era, helicopters and all that, and was drafted in the Marine Corps, believe it or not. Nobody was joining. But anyway, been out 47 years, 48 I guess. And it's been, didn't want anything to do with the government for about 20 years. Had some crisis, they took care of it, found out that I had PTSD, and worked through that program in a very fine hospital at VA, a 4-month program, graduated, and then I had some other health issues. Before Choice started, my VA experience was 100% better. Things went smoothly. Of course, we had a good administrator at the time. A lot of people didn't like him at our clinic. And of course, he left. I think we have a new administrator. It kind of went downhill. But the main thing is, when I needed help, I got help before Choice. Had supposedly a tumor in my leg. Went to a great VA hospital. Orthopedic surgeon operated on it, saved my leg, and that was 8 years ago. Now, with the other problems I've had here lately, since December of last year, my health has went downhill dramatically. I've lost 60 pounds. I have a hard time walking. My knees, we've had an MRIs, x-rays, and they're pretty well shot. It's hard for me to stand. It's just the way it is. A lot of pain. Not doing the pain pills because I believe I had a reaction to them. Might be with the state I'm in now, but of course the VA said no. And if you have any problems, you can come down to the clinic any day and I'll walk in. Well, I've done that. I've walked in 3 times and never saw a doctor. Saw the nurse. She entered the data for blood work and see an orthopedic doctor. But guess what? With the new system, community and care, I'm beginning to think it's just the same thing, just a different name than Choice. So here we are, everything in my health care, medical health care where I live, was entered as usual wrong. This happened on some x-rays and the MRI. I had to get a hold of my Senator Tester, which did help me. So far on this go-around, I've asked Tester to help and really haven't got any results. So we've done other medicine outside the VA to limp along until I can see an orthopedic, which could be 3 to 6 months. And just to let you know, VA, that I hope to be over 90 years old. So you've got a good 20 years that you have to take care of me. Either you fix me or you maintain my health. I would say fix me because I was in top health before I had my prostate cancer here earlier this year that was removed at a great facility, but I wasn't operated on, I think, properly because I have no control over my bodily functions. And I had insurance operate on me, I was told. Now, the whole thing right now is we have a lot of people out there that need health care, just like me. I'm not expecting to get special treatment. I just want some answers. When you're told you can walk in any time, I expect to see a doctor, even though it's for 5 or 10 minutes. Another thing on administration, I was told at the main hospital that we go to, it's a good 3.5, 4 hour drive, they have a new administrator, and he's playing it by the book. Book doesn't work all the time. You have rules, I understand that, but sometimes those rules need to be bent to fit that individual or the needs that are coming up for veterans. We have young veterans, Iraqi veterans coming back that are messed up. Got a cough. Nobody seems to know what the cough is. And hopefully they can figure that one out. It's just like Agent Orange, my prostate cancer. I think it was all set up to have that done locally through the choice program, and at the last minute they dropped it because they ran out of money and I had to go elsewhere. Good 4-hour drive, and then eventually had Operated On, which is an airplane ride. I believe it's 1,200 miles. It's a good 12-hour drive to 15 to the main hospital where they did the operation. The main thing also in administration is we have the best vet center, which is for PTSD, family problems, social workers, to help people with those problems. Now, we're going to lose 3 people. But the way the system, I don't understand whoever thought this one up, is a no-brainer. You can't post a job until after they've left for 3 months. Well, that's without a consular for 3 months. And then when they hire somebody, it usually takes 3 to 6 months sometimes. We went through this before. So meanwhile, we're going to be 3 short of consulars, which just doesn't make sense. Any other place I've ever heard of, if you're going to quit, you give a 2-week notice and they start hiring or looking so they can fill that position. Sometimes wonder if the VA healthcare system, whoever's running it or thinking about it, if they have both oars in the water. Most of the time, I don't think they do, especially our clinic here locally. It's like a roller coaster ride. Some days are good, some days are bad. And it depends on who you get a hold of if things go through. I've called and they said, well, you're not even in the choice program. I thought it was pretty funny. I said, okay, thank you. Call back later an hour. I'm in the choice program. Day before, I was in the choice program trying to check on things. But that's just the way it goes. I think there's too many, what I want to say, too many fingers in the pie. And I think it could be done simple, the whole situation to take care of vets. Another thing that I heard the other day, actually 2 things, that from a lieutenant, and he heard it from a lieutenant colonel, and said, well, the reason you don't have good health care is because they want to have you guys all die off, you Korean, World War II, Korean and Vietnam guys, to make room for the Iraqi vets. Well, guess what? It's not going to happen for me. Marines don't die. They're just like old nuns. They just fade away. Now, the other thing I want to touch on is, sorry, I got spaced out there for a bit. That happens. That's normal for most vets I know. It's just the way it is. Agent Orange, who knows? Shrink from the water I'm drinking, I can tell you that, because it's all well water. But the main thing is we need to get some health care for our vets. Do you know every day we lose 19 vets by suicide? I think that's ridiculous. All they need is somebody to talk to reach out to, and I think all you government officials, senators, congressmen, local government people, need to go outside the barn and get your ass beat. Maybe that would straighten you out. A good paddling. If you don't want to do your job, look for something else. If you're not happy in the medical field for the vets, be kind to them. Don't be rude like some of the nurses have been over the years. Treat them with kindness. You don't know what they're going through. They came to you to seek help. So help them. I plead with you. Help us. We all need help. Thank you for listening. God bless. And hopefully we don't have to do this again.